Hi, beautiful fam. On the menu today is some peppered beef with some peppered rice, and it was so delicious. My name is Sianoki. Thank you so much for clicking in. So, I have my beef here, and I'm adding my spices, um, my um, local spice blend, turmeric and ginger powder, some salt. I'm adding some cornstarch, and then some oil as well. I'll be adding some soy sauce. Please feel free to add any ingredients of your choice or any spice of your choice. I also added my mixed herbs, and I'm just going to stir this nicely. Make sure that all the spices, affect every part of this beef. So once that is done, I'm just going to cover this and set it aside for some few hours. You can do this overnight, okay? You can do it same time. There was a time I did it instantly. It tasted good in you too. So, but then when you put it down, you know that the flavors are going to be intense. So I have here some pepper, okay, some red bell pepper, green bell pepper, some shallots and some onions, and I'm grating some ginger, and then I'll be adding some scotch bonnet pepper because we want heat, like heat in this recipe, okay? So I'm adding my green scotch bonnet pepper, adding a scotch bonnet pepper of your choice or any that you have. And what I'm going to do now is to crush this in my blender. We don't want this to be blended like nice and smooth. We just want it to be crushed, okay? So take note of that. Once that is done, we'll just set it aside and then start the cooking process. So into my wok goes in some oil. I will heat up this oil and fry my beef on high heat. I'm doing this on high heat because I don't want the juices of this beef to be extracted, okay? So I'll put them, I'll line them up, and then I'll let the side fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. And once that is done, I'm just going to flip them over so that the other side will fry. What this will do is to ensure that your beef remains juicy, okay, and it's very delicious. So high heat and fry 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and we are good to go. Okay, so you don't want to pack the beef, you don't want to pack a lot of it in your wok. I have another method, okay, that I deep fried it. I'll be sharing that in another video. I didn't want this video to be too long, okay, so I'll be sharing that as well, so you can choose your choice. Yeah, so this particular one is very juicy, but it takes long because you have to empty, fry on each side, take it out, and then fry more. So once I'm done frying all my beef, I added some more oil into my wok, and I'm adding some bay leaves. I have grated some garlic, so you can see that the pepper mix that I did, it didn't have garlic. That's because I wanted to fry my garlic a bit in the oil. I also added some turmeric and ginger powder, fried that, and then added my onions. I'll go ahead and fry it, until it is nice and done. I'll be adding more coriander, cumin, fennel seeds powder, and then I'll just go ahead and drop in all the pepper blend. So you can see this is like a rough blend. It is not a smooth blend, okay? So I'll just add that to the oil and then give it a nice stir. Now we didn't blend this with water, notes, okay, but then there are natural juices in these veggies, and we'll fry all of them until almost all the juices evaporate. Okay, we want it to be nice, we want to fry this thing to perfection. So I'll just cover it a bit so that it can fry very well. Now at this point I added some shrimp powder, I'm adding some salt and some seasoning cube to taste, and you can imagine the aroma, the flavor, the fragrance that fills the whole place when you are doing this. So at this point I just took out the bay leaves, it has done its job, and I added a bit of my herbs, my spice blend, okay, the herbs. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and add all the beef that we fried from the beginning back to this pepper. People, can you see what I am doing? This was really good though. This was like It was really good. So just look at that beef surrounded with that pepper. It was so good. So at this point, I'm just going to get all the beef out. I'll try as much as possible to get all the beef out, and then while at it, you can see that some of the peppers are on it. Yeah, nice like that. So get all the beef out, and then we continue with our cooking process. So this is our beef. We just set it aside. I have washed this rice thoroughly, nicely, multiple times until the water was clear. That's because I don't want this to be sticky. Okay, so doing that, we get rid of the starch. So once that was done, I added that to the pepper mix that was left in the wok, and then I'm going to stir this rice beautifully. I'm going to fry it in the wok, but then I can't boil my rice in this wok, so I'm going to empty it into a saucepan that will cook the rice nice and good. So once I transfer it, I'll just stir it. If you are doing it in a saucepan that you can use to cook your rice, you don't have to go through this process of transferring. Okay, so I washed my wok, I rinsed it nicely, and the water from the wok is what I'm pouring and I'm adding to the rice. Water depends on the type of rice you are using. Mine is just above the rice, just like the way we cook jollof. I tasted for salt, I needed more salt, so I added that, stirred that, and then I cover with my parchment paper and let this cook completely. So after some few minutes, I come here, check on it, and look at that. Look at that. It is looking good. It's so delicious. This was good. I can't even emphasize on how good this was. So yeah, I just gave it a stir, covered it again so that it can cook completely. Now here we have with our peppered beef with our rice covered with some cucumber and some avocado, and you see the under the kanzu. Thank you so much, beautiful people, for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again in another. Bye.